So here we are with spider wire, braided, and it's coated, and it's rated for 40 pounds. Now the reason I bought it is because it's got 500 meters on it. Now the reason I have 500 meters on this, and I needed 500 meters, is so that I could put it on my stick. That's right, an 11-foot ugly stick. Now this 11-foot ugly stick, as you can see, and you can see this one in my other video of my massive reel. Well, my massive reel here only holds 300 meters, I hope, of fishing line, which means I'll have 200 extra. I figure if you got a big rod that has a big spool, you should load it up. So we're going to be using the spider wire. So I'm going to show you how to set this up. I'm going to set this up first, and then I'm going to show you a secret on how to make sure your braided line doesn't turn into a bird's nest even on an open cast reel. There's an actual secret to this that I'm going to share with you. So I'm going to set the rod up, and then I'm going to show you the secret. So here we are. I now have the line. Now, just because I put the line on doesn't mean it's going to not knot. In order to stop it from turning into bird's nests and stuff, all you have to do with the line is tie it to something. So I tied it to this. I put the tension, I'm putting the tension on this baby right here because we want it to be tight. And then we go for a walk. Well, actually, we should take the tension off at first because we tighten the tension up before we come back. Right now, we undo the tension as much as we can. Okay, not taking the top off or anything. That's good. Is it going to move? Let's see. There we go. Now we take our rod, and all we have to do is go for a walk. So here we are. We have now officially, that's right, the spool is right where it starts. That's where I hooked it up. And we know how far our line goes now because our line is, if you can see it, way over there. That orange little beam is where we hooked it up. So now you take it, now that we've loosened it, undo it, and you tighten it up. You want to make sure that this thing never gets bird's nest or knots up on you or anything. Even though it's coated braided line, safety first. So I got it tightened it up really nice and tight. Now I'm going to walk it back gently. And as I'm walking it back, I'm going to keep tension on it. So I keep the tension on it, it's going to prevent it from doing anything bad when I start to use it to go fishing with. And that's my little secret to doing it. Keep the braided line tight on your line. So about once or twice a year, depending on how bad your line gets, that's all you have to do is go for a walk. And as you can see, I have a heck of a lot of line on this reel. And we're going to find out just how well this stuff works. So until next time, enjoy the tip. So there we are. That's what it looks like now when the line is nice and tight. That's what it's supposed to look like on your spool. You don't want any loose edges or anything. And every once in a while, all you have to do, like I said, is go for a walk. I went for a walk like way down there. But it only takes a couple of minutes to make sure your line's tight. And you can do this while this line's still on. Every once in a while, maybe once a month, depending how much you fish, go for a walk, make sure your line's tight. No more bird's nests and no more knots in your line. This is braided line, but it's coated.